Let's test our cable. This is the ideal LinkMaster RJ45 Cat5e tester. It costs about $70 retail. Simple box, termination, 2 termination sides, and you can see the RJ45 connections on the inside. This will test other cables as well, but it's designed most specifically for the RJ45. If you encounter a failure, this red section will short and it will tell you what you did. A short, miswire, reversal, split pair. Good for diagnosing your cable. Critical when you've already put the cable in place before you've done the terminations, which will happen most of the time. So we just plug one side in, plug the second side in, and hold for debug button. It runs through and we can see 4 green lights, meaning every single twisted pair is operating normally. Let's see. This is a great tool because it doesn't matter how long the cable is. You can put the cable in place before you do the terminations and still test your cable. So there's another way to terminate a RJ45 connector, and very often we'll find clients don't want just a bare cable sticking out of their wall. I wouldn't. So like any cable receptacle or electrical receptacle, you know how these work. They fit inside the wall. You cut a hole, put this inside the wall, move the toggle so it holds it in securely, the molly bolts. The cover plate fits directly over it. Of course, before you put the cover plate on, you will snake the end of your cable up through and affix one of these connectors. They come in a packet of 10 or 20 or 30 or however many you want to buy. Available at most stores. These are very simple. The color scheme is located directly on the connector. So when you insert it into the holder, again tab side down, you can look on the back and it gives you the wiring protocol. There's an A and there's a B, and remember we're following the wiring protocol for B. The color coding is on the side. You simply match up the color of the twisted pair and punch it down. I'll show you exactly how to do that. Again, we start by removing the outer housing, and we want to leave just enough room for the cables to get all the way up the connector and over. So this is a good way to test it. It's a little further. So I'm going to leave another 1/4 inch, pretty much where my thumbnail is, so I can curve those wires over as needed. Couple spins. Slides right off. These are going to be more careful about untwisting. Some of these cables, the ones that will reach furthest up the connector, need to stay twisted as long as possible. That's the brown, brown-white, and the orange, orange-white. I'm going to place those in the center right now. Outer ones you will untwist. Follow the wiring protocols. Try to make sure you don't untwist more than 1/2 inch. I'm untwisting more than 1/2 inch actually. Let me rephrase that. Try to untwist no more than 3/4 inch. You will trim 1/4 inch off, hopefully. You won't want an untwisted section to be more than 1/2 inch. So following these protocols, line your wires up, start punching them down. Get the right ones over the right holes. You can see the diagram clearly. White, orange, orange, white, green, white, blue. And you can do one side at a time. Each one of these little packets comes with a punch tool. It simply slides in over the wire. One of the reasons to use the kitted tools is that unlike the smaller plastic tools that come with the jacks, the tool that comes with the kit has a sharp beveled edge on it that will trim the wire as you insert it, so you don't have to do it manually. In the field, you're going to have to do these things in your hand. It is much easier to press the wire against a table, and I'm going to take advantage of that. In the field, you won't have that luxury. Press it firmly, and the end comes off. As it pushes in, 2 teeth grip the wire, splitting the housing and making the connection. You can simply go down all the way. Doesn't take a lot of force. One side is completed. You verify as you go. And we'll do the other side. Should insert all the way in. And you can see that they've come all the way down to the bottom. This completed cable will then be inserted into the wall plate. Keep the tab side down and insert it. Once it's in pretty firmly. And you can snap it in place, and you're done.